Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, let's get into this. This is going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 25th of February. What is, the big message? Well, we got a couple of them, so let's see. We have Pearls of Wisdom that came out also for the 24th. We have Forest Bathing, and we have Manifestation. Oh, my. Okay, so I have to say, first off, I love forest bathing. That's so awesome. And she's like picking up on like the trees energy, just kind of like merging her aura with, something from nature, manifesting again from this kind of nature infused space. Okay, so we may have a person who, if they don't own a lot of houseplants, they may find themselves drawn to like going to a plant nursery, going to the floral section, of a grocery store, wanting to just kind of like submerge. But I'm feeling like this person needs to either get out into nature, maybe go hug a tree. Be mindful of what you're hugging, though. You don't want to snuggle up against like an oak tree that has poison oak growing at the bottom of it. Um, if you're in a hot area, don't just walk up to stuff without checking the ground. Make sure there's no snakes, no animal burrows. Be mindful. Sorry, public service announcement. I'm an earth muffin. These are the rules of engagement when you are out, especially like hiking alone. I had a tree that I named Elvis. He was my favorite madrone tree, and I would always give him a good little pat to say hello every time I passed him by. But again, it was always look down first because you're sharing the forest with other creatures. So I don't know. This makes me feel like somebody is more like an indoor space, a cultivated like a botanical garden, or like I said, walking into a grocery store and going over being drawn to the floral department, or going into a plant nursery and just, even if you're not there to buy, you're like, I just need to soak up, the energy of what they're saying to me. It is because our character is trying to get in touch with or tune into some kind of like shamanistic, like the wisdom that exists in living things. Now, it is because our character wants to manifest wisely, and obviously their primary focus is, when I manifest what I do next, I need it to help me to grow. So what can I possibly do? How can I soak up the energy of like life and growth and then apply that to the way I'm manifesting? Well, let me first go and be around things that gracefully already, utilize their connection to like, life and sunlight and, all these different mechanisms that we, plants are doing photosynthesis. Easy for me to say. They're eating photons of light like food. Um, I feel like our character needs to be around other life processes to help them process their own mind better and their own desires and their own. This is important. Whatever they're going to manifest is super important. So they need as much, like, this is like getting all your people on your team. This is like they're putting out an energetic phone call to like, I need my spiritual team with me because I'm trying to manifest the best right now. I need to go consult with, the essence of life so that I can call it in to my head, my heart, so that I manifest only things that are going to help me grow. What is in my greatest and highest good? Let me please manifest that. Okay, this does not feel unconnected to the message that we had for the 24th, which I loved the message for the 24th. Absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorites in a long time. Hang on as I keep rearranging decks to get to other ones, and I'm burying the one that I really need. Let me get one out of this deck. Okay, we got two. Compass and Stuck in the Mud. Okay, now we can see why our character is like, I'm feeling like I don't know which direction to go, but I need to make a decision about which direction to go. So what would help me? Life. Life will help me. Life processes. If I feel stuck, if my brain's not working, maybe I need to get inspiration from things that are, growing and in motion all the time. The only thing I would add to that, though, is I do always feel like, when you don't know what to do, do nothing until it becomes clear. That was just I don't give advice on my channel. I'm not a life coach. I'm not trying to pretend to be. I got no special wisdom to give anybody. I'm not a teacher. I'm none of those things. I'm not saying that my stories are going to help people. I think it's very pretentious to assume that I'm going to guide people through their life. I think you got your own internal compass, but I'm a storyteller. And I do think fictional storytelling can be really fun. And it can be thought provoking, as all art is intended to be, because it's human brains connecting with their own divine flow. And it can be really awesome. That's as far as mine goes. But I will say for our character, the idea, what I just said, if you don't know what to do, do nothing. That was advice given to me by my mother, and it has served me well. So that's the only reason I say it, because I do think with this 9 of Wands, maybe our character is actually a little bit wounded right now without knowing it. Maybe they've needed a break from the battlefield of life. Maybe the reason they haven't moved forward, and maybe they're looking for some kind of wisdom. Maybe this is somebody who didn't have, a mama to give them some kind of, comfort and say, it's okay if you don't know which way to go. It's okay to be still. It's okay to, you're growing every day, even if you don't think you are. It's almost imperceptible. Well, most plants, unless you do time-elapse photography, you won't notice their growth. I mean, bamboo grows really fast, so you'll notice that in 24 hours. But other things, plants are moving and growing and responding to their environment all the time, but they do it in subtle ways usually, so you don't notice it. Just the same way we are still, even if we think we're stuck in the mud and we're doing nothing, maybe that's not true. Maybe we need a chance to rest, but there's an internal process happening. So I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate in this and adding in this kind of comfort to this character of maybe it's not about them having to rush around and figure out what to do so much as it is them understanding that I'm not stuck. I'm right where I need to be, while my internal compass system is finding my true north. And it's not so much what I have to consciously figure out, but maybe I am sifting through information, and maybe right now I'm resting because I've been fighting on the battlefields of Earth for a long time, and maybe I need to be a little bit more gentle with myself. Our character, if you force yourself to make decisions when you're not really ready, that maybe is when you expose yourself to, in this case, a predator or something that will only hurt you again. So maybe just wait until our character is ready to do what they need to do is the kind of the gentle extra thing to consider, just to take some pressure off this character. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Talk about taking pressure off. If this character has been clinging for dear life, being but I'm supposed to be growing up this tree of life, and it's you are still growing. It's okay. You don't have to stress out so much. You got this. You're manifesting all the time, but maybe also there's times where you need to rest. I mean, think of, well, everything needs a rest, right? Even daytime goes away and we get nighttime, because we need that circadian rhythm. All creatures need the circadian rhythm. You watch a dog run and play and they love it, and then they come in and they're like, I'm down. I'm taking a nap. Everything in life, heck, engines and vehicles and stuff like that, they can overheat too. You have to pace things a little bit. We have the Fool. This is really just reassuring our character that as much as they are thinking, I've got to go figure stuff out, I think if they go spend time in nature, maybe this is going to be the pearl of wisdom that they get, is the idea that, wait a minute, I'm not stuck. Processes are happening, even if they seem a little invisible to me, then not. There's all kinds of stuff happening inside of me. I am blossoming and unfurling just as I should. If I am resting at the moment, not, rushing forward, I can relax and say, then that's what I'm supposed to do right now. When I see that vortex of energy and it's time for me to make the jump, I'll make the jump. But maybe the vortex has to come toward me. Maybe the opportunity has to show up right in front of my nose, and then I step through. It kind of feels like something is coming toward our character, and all they have to be willing to do is rest peacefully. Kind of like, if you're going to fly on an airplane, take a train, you're not out there jumping into the sky, trying to wave, create wind to bring the plane in faster. You're just kicking it, waiting for that plane to land, and then you'll board when it's time. If you're waiting at the train station, you're not out there, trying to like pull the train tracks towards you to bring it in. That train's got its own locomotion. You just got to sit there and be ready to board. That's what this feels like. I'm hearing that song. People get ready. There's a train coming. Don't need no baggage. You just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those engines humming. I'm hearing the one by Aretha. Love that song. Oh my God, love Aretha. But I just love that song so much. It's a religious song. Personally, I don't happen to be religious, but I could care less about, like I embrace everything. I'm so like very open to like honoring other people's belief systems and their religious views and the music that goes along with it. And any opportunity I get to like just enjoy the beautiful parts of belief systems or songs that are, praise songs or whatever it may be. I'm all about whatever feels good, sounds good, lifts you up, makes you a better person. Rock it, go for it, enjoy it. This feels like this 10 of Swords. There is so much healing. There is some kind of like salvation coming in here. Also, I kind of think that our character is about to receive this really amazing, like maybe it's a gift from the creator, a gift from the divine, a gift from God, whatever words you want to use to describe that, right? Again, on my channel, feel comfortable knowing however you may view something that you view as a higher power, you are most welcome here. Death and rebirth. We definitely see a character that is about to embrace a massive change in their life that is actually coming toward them. And if they can just be more comfortable saying, it's the natural flow of things. Opportunities are going to show up in my life. And I really just get to prepare myself to, like receive these blessings, be brave enough to accept these changes as they show up. We could have a Scorpio coming in, but it definitely feels like a little bit of a rescue. We could also have an Aries coming in. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be like a job opportunity. It could be a lifestyle opportunity, but it's something that will greatly change our character's life. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, and it's not something that they have to break their back and work really hard for. This is a gift coming toward our character. What is this? 5 of Cups. It's something that they once upon a time cried over quite a lot, thought they'd never get. That's why they can't quite manifest it, because here's the thing. It's already slated to be theirs. It's just, how come they didn't have it? I mean, this character could be 50 years old and they're just now going to meet the love of their life. They could be somebody who's like, I've never been married. I never found that one true partner. I've never had great success. I kind of, I've cried over it plenty of times. They didn't know that this has been charted for them and was it's been like good stalking them for a long time. That 7 of Swords says they've been lying to themselves that they think it wasn't ever going to happen for them. Of course it is, but it had to happen in divine timing. Again, all this person has to do in this case is be willing to say yes when this amazingness presents itself. 2 of Wands coming out sideways, something that wants our character wants it as well. I want to say wants them as well. This does feel like possibly this is going to be about love. Is this happening on the 25th? Action of Cups. It kind of looks like it is, and it does look like it's love, and it does look like somebody is kind of like they're about to enter into our character's world. Let's put it that way. We see the shadow of a rider coming in. To me, this feels like our character doesn't have to force anything or believe that they have to do certain things to make this happen. I wonder if the reason they're sensing like I should be preparing for something, I feel like, why is the feeling of being stuck and the need to change so heavy on me right now? I feel like it's simply because they are subconsciously aware that this is coming toward them. And it's like, if you get this vibe that all of a sudden I want to like clean my house. I don't know why, but nobody's coming over, but I want to clean. And then it turns out somebody does pop by and it's like, damn, how did I know? How did I feel like they were walking up my front stoop? What made me go ahead and, whatever, put away my laundry so my underpants aren't visible in the living room, like why did I do that? I don't know. This character, all they got to do is listen to kind of like what their instincts are, and trust that there are things happening even now within them and around them that they don't have to like force and pull all the levers and make everything happen, but rather this is the universe unfolding as it should. But there is something beautiful coming in. And it looks like it's a very like gentle love offer. Inspiration of Swords. This is going to rock their world. It's going to make them think about their life differently. It might make them, challenge them to look at life as a whole differently. And maybe a King of Cups. This is seahorses do mate for life. And this King of Cups is somebody like sailing into their world. I don't know if our character lives someplace near a river, a sea, a port, someplace where there's trees, but there's also the ocean. I don't know. We've got ocean, we got sky, we got forests in this. So a lot of natural world energy that just keeps reminding us that maybe the tides are bringing this in, or maybe a season has finally come for this character. I do feel like this is a character who's probably, like at that 50-year-old halfway mark in their life, and they're just now having some of these amazing things blossom for them. Absolutely loved this one also. I've been so enjoying some of these today's topic videos lately. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.